YouTube, what's going on? We're back with more of the First Descendant. Got Gley out, walking our weapon platform build, taking care of Void Erosion Purge stage 16. We slapped on the Voltia. Honestly, pretty disgusting beam rifle. It's been carrying me through a lot of these, the stages of the Erosion Purge. Got it all detailed out in this video for you here. It's all time stamped, so you guys can flip to it. Again, this is, it's got tons more work that needs to go into it. As far as the weapon is concerned, as far as Gley, that weapon platform build's pretty solid. So yeah, you guys are appreciating the videos, you guys are liking them. Hopefully they're beneficial to you. If they are, please feel free to turn on those notifications, sub to the channel, drop a like. Alright, this is my Gley build that took me through Void Erosion stage 16. Again, it still has work to do, but this is what's gotten me to this point so far. So this is the weapon platform build. So again, maybe I'll start with the modules. So again, with the weapon platform build, skill power is not useful to Gley, so we don't have to worry about that with Gley. So keep that in mind as we're building, the reactor and the external components through Gley. This is a weapon platform build. It's exclusively to enhance firepower and the weapon that's being used to maximize the damage to take care of the enemies in the Void Erosion Purge, who are highly resistant to skill power. So yeah, the weapon platform build is extremely good in the Void Erosion Purge. Absolutely loving Gley. So this is it here. Again, we got the mass sanguification as our transcendent module, again for survivability. I don't really couple into that very much, but obviously if you can transition in and out, you'll just be able to continuously heal yourself with the orbs that are flying around, swapping in and out of your frenzied state, which would allow you to the massing, the power of life, and the non-frenzy state. You can recover the HP proportionally to the number of enemies within range and the orbs life spheres. So the life spheres lying around, you come out of your frenzied state, you suck up all the orbs, you gain the health. So useful if you're having some problems with the survivability. You have the mass sanguification on there, mid-air maneuvering standard. You can use any one of the other maneuvering ones as long as you get the extra 10 module capacity node with it. And again, what you want to focus into is looping your increased sensory ability. You want this to be at a perfect loop. I'm almost there. As you can see, the cooldown is at 10.1 seconds and the duration is at 9.6. We want that to be equal to or a little bit more than that. So we want our cooldown to be 9.2 would be optimal, or duration to be over that. Honestly, shooting for duration is probably the best because it allows you to just continuously empty the clips and stack up your precision shot within your weapon. So we'll get into all of that, but that's the goal, is to loop that. Your cooldown and your duration should be the same, one more than the other. Duration higher than cooldown, cooldown lower than duration, but in that sense. So that is the crux of the build. Again, you got your survivability in there, but again, we're going for, again, we don't need the dimensional power. We want the skill cooldown. We get in there, more skill cooldown, more skill cooldown, and then we got our survivability, increased HP, and HP collector. So when we're defeating enemies, we're gaining that back, which is huge. So again, surrounded by mobs, at least we're able to survive the onslaught, especially with the weapons. I find it very cozy. I mean, if you think that you don't need these, I mean, obviously you could swap them out for alternatives if you need to. More duration, maybe a battle of stamina maybe might be a good alternative for this to put you over the top on that. But I'm shooting for the moon. And the other thing to note when you're using your increased sensory, when it comes to your weapon ammo clip, the beautiful thing is this is only off by 0.5 of a second. Even with the 0 ammo in the clip, popping this will still allow you to shoot with 0 ammo in the clip as if the clip is fully full. So it's just worth noting that. So even though this is not a perfect loop, it's still doing exactly what it needs. That 0.5, you barely even notice the tick. Obviously we'll get it down, so you'll notice that in the video. So again, there's our survivability. Get another option, battle of stamina for a little bit more duration. I think that probably put you over the top there, but I like the survivability. Shot focus, again, don't have to worry about the skill power. Firearm attack, extra 15%. Again, more duration in there. Maximize duration. Again, skill power doesn't matter. So weapon build. And again, we've got walk a tightrope. Fantastic mod again when we're using our or we're going into our frenzied state. If you're smart about it, you can reduce your HP down to 50% and have that skill power modifier proc the whole time. So that's a beautiful thing with the mass amplification and the frenzied state. It sucks your HP down. If you're riding high and you wanted to bring it down to 50% or lower to proc this, you can do that at any given time. You just got to keep swapping in and out of your frenzy state, popping the skill, get your health down to 50%, boom, instantly get a 30% firearm attack. Obviously, you're in the middle of the battle and you're taking hits and health is low. At least you know that you're the lower your health is, the more you're gonna slap. So I really like this. I really like this mod. I think I've seen a lot of people using the accelerated drive shaft. I did try the accelerated drive shaft. I'm not saying that it's, I mean, fire rate at 20% is absolutely insane for 5 seconds. That's the problem I had with the build. When I put the accelerated drive shaft, 5 seconds, felt like it was gone. At a 15% chance, and then you had to keep rolling. I felt like half the time I was just rolling to get it to go, and as soon as I was able to get it to go, I tried to fire it off, and you know what I mean, we were back to rolling around again. So I wasn't too whipped on it. I had no doubt, like once you get it to go, that you get a little bit more damage out of it. I just felt the walk a tightrope was more consistent. At least that's, you know, for me, what worked for me. So I went with walk a tightrope when it came to my weapon build. So that is it in a nutshell. Again, always remember with this weapon platform build, skill power does not matter for Gley, so you're able to spec into other things to help with cooldown and stuff when taking a hit on that skill power modifier. So now we'll go into the reactor. Again, the weapon doesn't matter. The attribute skill power bonuses don't matter, to be 100% honest, unless we're going into our our massacre builds, which are skill power based. And again, these skill, this non-dimensional one is great because that's what Gley is. She's a non-dimensional attribute, but not needed for this build. What matters most is the roll. So your skill cooldown in purple and skill duration in purple is okay. But as I showed you with the loop, it's not a perfect loop. If I had both of those in gold, I would have the perfect loop. So that's what I'm striving for, is to do that without having to sacrifice anything else on the Descendant module build. Again, my only option that I gave to you guys was just take away a little bit of the survivability in exchange for a battle of stamina, which still has survivability but gives you a little bit more duration. So that was my option for that. But again, skill cooldown, skill duration up is the god roll when it comes to the weapon platform build. For the weapons that you're using, that's the god roll. Just get them in gold if you can. Purples are okay, and just try to make that loop work, or get it as close as you possibly can to get that perfect weapon loop to scale that power. I like running the Annihilation set. I know some people are rocking the Acrobat set. I mean, do what works best for you. I just like it. Again, I get the fire attack increased proportionally to the ratio of max HP to HP loss, up to 26% when 50% or lower, which triggers nicely with the Walk a Tightrope. So again, MP recovery is absolutely useless for Gley. So build your setup accordingly. I like my 4-piece Annihilation just because I really get that comfy HP with the 4-piece set that I've got, and a little bit of a nice defense buff to keep me safe. So 4-piece Annihilation. I'm running it fire resistance, max HP nodes. That's a really good roll. Again, with the Annihilation sensor, we're looking for something better, but again, nothing to do with shields or increased mana or increased MP. Totally useless for Gley, right? So chill resistance, consumable drop rate, firearm proficiency gain modifier. We can do better there with a little bit of defense, but it's got the max HP roll obviously on the bottom sets. in the max HP roll. We got max shield, which is useless, but we got a little bit of toxic resistance in there. So definitely some work to do with the annihilation set. But that's the crux of what you want to do with the set. Nothing with the MP or shield. Gley doesn't have them. She doesn't need them. So you need to like have your different annihilation set specifically just for her, or any descendant that's kind of like that doesn't rock a shield or use MP for that matter. Our Arche Tuning, obviously we're running the Sigma sectors. Going into again max HP, and obviously we're going into firearm attacks and weak point damage. We got some bonus of Colossus, just following the maximum amount of damage nodes that we can get our hands onto without going into, again, we don't need MP, we don't need shields, we need health, we need firearm attack. So this is the chain that I've currently started for my Arche Tuning. Inversion Reinforcement, I've been running the risk mitigation protocol. Again, we're running void erosion purges. You get an extra, minus 5% damage incoming. I like running the antibody explosion. We get an extra resistance for cooldown. Again, helps with survivability, helps with all those debuffs they might be throwing your way. I think it's great. And then I liked running the Arche circulation tactic. Sorry, Arche circulation tactic with the skill cooldown. 24% for 10 seconds at a 25% cooldown. Yeah, I just like running that, and then obviously we're trying to get into maximize and maximum out. But that's what I was running for this void erosion purge stage 16 complete. Went over the Descendant module, reinforcement module, the weapon. Again, this is our Voltia. This is the Gley build that I have. I like this kind of build setup. I don't think I'm going to muck around with it too much more than it is. I could take out the super cooled plasma for the electrocution plasma, but I really like the cool with the Voltia. I'm not gonna lie, it's already electric based to start with, so I really spec'd into a lot of chill attack for this weapon. To just complement the already base electrical that it has for it. It really seems to do well. Again, there's some things here that I might change around when it comes to the the critical hit damage, but as it stands right now, this thing wasn't really a critical hit damage, or it didn't have a good base critical hit rate to start with, so we just took the damage right out of there and respect more into the multi-hit damage and chance, which seems to be working really well. Obviously, if you guys have something to say about that, please let me know in the chat, or in the comments, because yeah, I'm interested to know what to slot into there with it. But this really seems to be doing the trick, so I hope you guys enjoy this build for Gley and the Voltia. So again, the firearm attacks are standard, so you've got your rifle reinforcement, action reaction, charge amplification, again a 67% additional firearm attack. This is where the critical hit damage goes to basically nil-zero. The super cooled plasma we have, so increases your chill attack by 1.6% and reduces the target's defense by 1.5% up to 20 stacks. It resets on failing to hit, but man, you get this beam on them with the chill attack, and it just deletes the health bars. This is a really cool battle proficiency mod. I really like this one. Obviously, we want increased fire rate. Our precision shot, we take the hit on the fire rate, but as we're pulling the trigger, it goes up. This is just a really fantastic destroyer mod right here. Love the sharp precision shot. Spec heavily into chill, so we've got our chill enhancements. And then again, because we were taking the hit on the charge amplification firearm critical hit damage, we just spec'd heavily into the multi-hit damage, into the multi-hit chance. So this is, I think, a good supplement to critical hit chance and critical hit damage. And as you see down here, we've got a 55% critical hit chance at a basically almost a a 40% critical hit damage multiplier. So I think that far outpaced the firearm critical hit base stat, which wasn't really good already for the Voltia, and dropped out the damage, but we gained in the long run off of that. With the multi-hit chance that just came in, so that was really cool that popped up. So what you want here is obviously all gold and respect heavily into firearm attacks. So you'd want these, whatever cores you've got. You can see I've got double firearm attacks. I'd want these in both gold. I do have the electrical attack in purple. You can go with that or chill. One or the other, you get it in gold. Just go with that. We've got the additional fire rate, and then we want Order of Truth or Darkness to roll on the bottom. I'm really not a big fan of that last roll, but yeah, that's the cores that you would want to have with your Voltia. I think that's what you would want to carry all the way through. I'm not gonna muck it around too much with that. Again, we got chill attack. We got rounds per magazine if you're not running with Gley, which is a nice one in there. Firearm attack, I'd probably do fire rate if there was a multi-chance one now that gets to roll with it. I'd be slapping that on as well. Firearm attack, fire rate, rounds per magazine, chill attack. That's what we're after. So we still have some better rolls to apply onto that. But this is not too shabby of a roll. So this is the Voltia weapon. So that is the build that I used for Void Erosion Purge 16. Again, you guys got anything you want to let me know about? Please feel free to drop that. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Enjoy. I did it.